Welcome back to Vanished in History, where we unravel the enigmas that refuse to let go of their secrets. Today we're plunging into a puzzle that has baffled experts, sparked countless debates, and left Californians scratching their heads for years. The missing water from California's reservoirs. This isn't just a story of droughts or infrastructure. No, this is something deeper, something far stranger. Why were reservoirs left unfilled during critical times? Where did the water go? And why haven't we seen any convincing explanations? Hold on to your curiosity as we dive into a tale that feels straight out of a conspiracy thriller, a mystery that's both real and unsolved. California is no stranger to water crises. With its booming population, sprawling agriculture, and history of recurring droughts, the state has long been at the mercy of Mother Nature's whims. Reservoirs like Shasta Lake, Lake Oroville, and Folsom Lake were engineered to safeguard against dry spells, providing crucial water storage during wet years to support millions during lean times. But starting in the early 2000s, something peculiar began to happen. Even during years with significant rainfall and snowmelt, many of these reservoirs were left conspicuously underfilled. By 2014, amid one of the worst droughts in California's history, the glaringly low water levels sparked outrage, confusion, and a host of unsettling questions. The timeline of these mysteriously low water levels spans nearly 2 decades. Between 2003 and 2021, several reservoirs across California consistently failed to reach their full capacity, even during winters with substantial precipitation. Take Lake Oroville, for example. It's one of the state's largest reservoirs, designed to hold more than 3.5 million acre-feet of water. Yet in multiple years, despite reports of heavy rainfall, its levels hovered dangerously low. By 2021, Oroville's water levels dropped so dramatically that the hydroelectric plant at its dam was shut down for the first time in history. Or consider Shasta Lake, California's largest reservoir. Even during winters with above-average snowfall in the Sierra Nevada, Shasta remained far below its potential capacity. Then most recently, the Santa Ynez Reservoir in Los Angeles was completely drained, leaving fire hydrants dry and the firefighters with no way to battle the blazes that engulfed the city. For how long was it empty? These are not isolated incidents, they are part of a pattern that repeated itself across the state. The demanding question is, why? Water doesn't just disappear. So where did California's reservoir water go? One explanation lies in the state's complex water management system. California's water is allocated through a labyrinth of agreements, policies, and legal mandates. Water is often released downstream to maintain ecological balance, support endangered fish species, or fulfill obligations to neighboring states like Nevada and Arizona. But this explanation doesn't sit well with everyone. Critics argue that the sheer volume of water released, often during times of drought, defies logic. They point to instances where water was flushed into the ocean to protect delta smelt, a tiny fish species, sparking debates about whether environmental policies were being prioritized over human needs. Still, this only accounts for part of the mystery. What about the water that was never captured in the first place? As with any unsolved mystery, the void of clear answers has been filled with conjecture, speculation, and outright conspiracy theories. Let's explore some of the most intriguing ideas: mismanagement or negligence. One prevailing theory is that the water crisis stems from mismanagement by the state. Critics argue that bureaucratic inefficiency, poor planning, and outdated infrastructure have left California unable to store and distribute water effectively. For example, some claim that reservoirs were deliberately underfilled to avoid potential dam failures. Lake Oroville, in particular, has a troubled history. In 2017, its spillway collapsed, nearly causing catastrophic flooding. Could authorities be keeping water levels low as a precautionary measure? Climate engineering. Here's where the mystery takes a more speculative turn. Some theorists suggest that California's water shortages are the result of climate engineering, deliberate attempts to manipulate weather patterns. Geoengineering, such as cloud seeding or atmospheric aerosols, has been used to influence rainfall in other parts of the world. Could similar techniques be at play in California, whether as experiments or for more shadowy purposes? Exporting water underground? Another theory involves the idea of hidden aquifers, vast underground reservoirs where water is being diverted and stored. Supporters of this idea point to California's Central Valley, where extensive groundwater pumping has created massive subterranean voids. Could the state or private entities be secretly diverting surface water into these aquifers, either as a long-term storage strategy or for profit? Corporate water control. California's water has increasingly become a commodity, with corporations buying up water rights and controlling access. Some theorists speculate that powerful interests may be manipulating reservoir levels to drive up water prices, creating artificial scarcity for financial gain. While these theories swirl, the effects of low reservoir levels are undeniable. Entire communities have faced water shortages, forcing them to rely on bottled water or rationing. Farmers have struggled to irrigate crops, leading to billions of dollars in agricultural losses. And then there's the impact on wildlife. Rivers and streams fed by reservoirs have run dry, devastating fish populations and other aquatic ecosystems. The question lingers. Are these consequences the result of unavoidable natural forces, or is there something more intentional at play? Why weren't the reservoirs refilled? Even when California experienced wet years, like 2017, when record-breaking rainfall ended a 5-year drought, the reservoirs didn't return to full capacity. Why not? One explanation involves sediment buildup. Over time, reservoirs lose storage capacity as sediment from rivers accumulates at the bottom. This has been a known issue in many of California's older dams, but addressing it would require costly and labor-intensive dredging projects. Another factor is the loss of snowpack in the Sierra Nevada, a critical source of California's water supply. Warmer winters have reduced the snowpack, leading to less runoff into reservoirs. However, this doesn't explain why water captured during wet years wasn't retained for future use. A conspiracy of silence? What makes this mystery even more unsettling is the lack of transparency. Efforts to investigate the missing water often hit roadblocks, with authorities providing vague or incomplete answers. Could there be a deliberate effort to obscure the truth? This lack of clarity has fueled accusations of a cover-up. Whether the missing water is the result of bureaucratic bungling, corporate greed, or something far more sinister, one thing is certain. The people of California deserve answers. The missing water in California's reservoirs is more than just a logistical problem. It's a mystery that raises profound questions about the state's future. Why were reservoirs left unfilled during critical years? Why was there no water to fight fires when lives depended on it? And who, if anyone, is benefiting from this crisis? Were the reservoirs left unfilled due to human error, deliberate decisions, or forces beyond our understanding? And what does this mean for California's future? The answers remain elusive, hidden beneath layers of bureaucracy, politics, and speculation. But as long as people keep asking questions, the truth has a chance to resurface. What do you think? Where did the water go? Why wasn't the water there when it was needed most? And why weren't reservoirs refilled when they could have been? Is this all just a case of mismanagement or something more sinister? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more mysteries, and watch our next offering appearing on your screen now. Stay curious, stay questioning, and join us again on Vanished in History, for if it vanished, it can be told. Thank you so much for watching.